Welcome back, everybody, to Daelric's Banana Eating Stream. I hope you all are excited as I am. We got 11 hours left, so make sure you get your
No,
donations in soon.
Scott, you're doing it wrong. You gotta.
You can't eat a banana wrong. What the hell are you talking about?
What needing a redemption round is that's what he's doing here.
Hey, you can eat that banana however you want, man. It's America.
That's what you gotta do.
I was really excited for a second. I thought you were going to deep throat the whole thing.
This is not a quality stream.
Well, we got 10 hours and 58 minutes left of it, so.
Do not share this with your friends. Nobody else wants to watch. The fact that you're here makes you a heathen. You should probably question your life choices. Let's keep going. When you guys plan was to find out when they were leaving and obviously get ahead of them. Do you want to actually hang back and find out that information, or is it now's the time we act? Let's go.
Thought we were just going.
The reason for that, what I figured is what we'll do is we'll follow the river, and we'll discover the hexes with two people while one person kind of watches out for the river. Which I would probably be the one to watch the river because I can use a spell to like shoot sparks into the air or something with prestidigitation. Wait, no, that's it wouldn't necessarily be high enough.
You talking about for the sake of kind of getting their attention? Sorry?
Yeah, or figuring out how to get them to realize that we need to go. Because if we're exploring that whole hex, it's not just the river. I'm trying to think.
You guys can explore Hex in a day. So if you head out now, and they're probably leaving for a couple of days, you could probably, and if you push your travel time to get there, you can probably get there and have tons of time to like search around and prepare yourself for like the proper ambush. So
yeah,
you should be good.
I mean, the point is we want to explore the hexes along the way and keep an eye out for them coming up the river.
Oh, that's exploring the hex is going to take some time. That's a different conversation. So fully exploring a hex, let alone the travel, assuming your speed is 40, so assuming you do have horses with you, this kind of terrain is an additional day. So an additional day for each hex. Yeah, this isn't mountains or swamp. This is plains, forest, or hill. So this is an additional day. If you don't have your horses, an additional 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'd be kind of like just because of the type of terrain the area is. You know what I mean? So up to here, yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, because my goal was to explore these three.
Yeah, exactly. That would be in total, instead of like we'll call it 2.5 days of travel. That's going to be 5.5 days of travel, including the exploration. You're welcome to do it. It's just whether or not you're going to be kind of where you want it to be. If you skip that first hex, you're going to have a lot more greater likelihood of success. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Kind of going for just these two. But you do whatever you want, man. I mean, you guys could roll very well. So you've done it before where I'm like, oh, wow.
So my thought is we'll explore this one, and if it takes us too long, then we'll just jump to where we want to do the ambush.
Okay. All right. So the first.
Do you guys agree? This is a party question, not just me making a decision.
Can you ping on the map again what you want to do?
It's explore this one, and if we take too long trying to get this one explored, then we just jump here. If not, we can try and do this one and this one.
Okay. So more or less just take it one step at a time. Cool. All right. So that first, even just moving through that first hex, that first day of travel, I immediately have to eat up for you guys using horses or no? Horses are less discreet but a lot faster.
We have the horses, so we might as well use them.
Yeah, I think we would use the horses.
Okay. So again, traveling through here is only 6 hours just to even travel through this area, but doing the full exploration is going to be a whole day of like exploring plus the 6 hours. So there's no issue there. It just takes you a better part of 2 days. I'm going to need that check at the end for you to finish the exploration. Rena, you're usually the one that leads this, I believe, and it's going to be survival with advantage because you have both PCs assisting you.
Okay.
Don't we have a map as well in this case? But
you guys,
because we had drawn the map.
Oh, that's right. You did have that map, and it actually comes to. I know it ends in Momley. I got to remember how this cuts across because you are correct. Let me just make sure I represent this correctly. I think it was here. Yeah, it does. Because I believe the region that you're talking about, Tyler, was literally this.
No, it was the above triangle.
Oh, was it?
The map that we got was the above triangle. It was before the ambush. We wanted that area for the ambush.
Ah, that's right. It was this one here.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Thank you again. That is correct. This is the triangle that you would have the kind of like
So
a
does
small
that
bonus in.
does that reduce our time in exploring that area, or
Well, give you advantage in it. You know what I mean? So if you guys, even if you guys weren't assisting, you'd have advantage. So what I would say is this: if you guys wanted to, if you're trying to really save time, you can splinter into 2 different groups and explore 2 different hexes and just kind of confer in the middle. It's up to you.
I
you
would
have
say
Rena with the map and you 2 off to the side.
Yeah, I would say we would, if anything, we'd explore 2 hexes at the same time, and Rena would be the one going ahead.
Sure.
Because she's the one who probably can hold her own better if we did decide to split up. This is, again, a group decision here. I don't expect resistance in this area, but this is red area. And it could be an issue. We can't communicate to each other, just saying, and somebody could drop a curse.
Oh, what are you talking about? You guys got cell phones, right?
Do we? That'd be awesome.
I don't know if we should split up.
Okay.
I
was
we
just seeing
always
if the
stay
map would
together.
save us time or something like that. Because my thought is,
Because
Yeah.
we want as much success as we can get in the beginning of this for it to work in the long run. You know?
right.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, let's stick
Okay,
together.
I agree with you. Let's stick together.
Just do it one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can, I mean, if this works, then we can always go back and even take our time, you know?
Right.
Because then we won't have to worry about, you know, trying to win over the people. It's more about, I mean, it's our area at that point, and we can
Yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah. So, all right, we're sticking together, Scott.
Cool. So, like I said, better part of 2 days for you to fully explore the area. I will give you the little green ping on top of there. Not ping, you know what I'm saying? Like a little green hex on top of there as you did fully explore that little spot. Let me cancel. It's back. There we go. So as you fully explore that little spot, then for you guys to travel to the next spot, you could the rest of the second day spend a couple more hours starting to travel into the other hex, but you can push yourselves because you're trying to save time here to forced march. To forced march, don't forget, you have to make constitution saves, which you're entirely welcome to do so.
I say we do that, and then at the final hex, we can take our time if we have enough time.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Cool. So roll me those checks, please, and thank
Everyone
you.
rolls 1. Is that how it works?
Everybody rolls their own
Make
with
sure
no
you're on
advantage.
normal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a saving throw.
You know what they say about great
Yep.
minds. don't they?
Constitution saving throw.
It hit.
Again. Wait. No, it's not worth it. I'm wasting a luck there.
It's up to you, man. You can use luck if you would like, or you can not.
No.
It's up to you, both of you
Too
I'm
guys.
saving it for more pertinent things.
Okay. So the 2 people that failed get one level of exhaustion as you are traveling. You're welcome. So realistically, you traveled. It's going to take, like I said, 6 hours to get through to the second hex, right? You've used up 3 of those hours in total. 2 that were left over from before, plus 1 additional one just now. So 3 hours. Realistic, if you force marched 1 more hour tonight, then you know you would have extra time to get to the other spot, no problems, right? You're kind of like you said,
Well,
front loading the work.
The thought process is if we can explore this one. That's why we were forced marching, right?
Correct. So you can just have more time paid up front. You're working harder now, so you can save time now. Then you can take time later on if need be, if you need to heal up or whatever. So, do you guys want to force march 1 more hour and then call it quits either way after that?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
I'm good with that.
Cool. So why don't you all roll me one more time a Constitution saving throw?
Daelric says
Nope, I
while
failed
he
again.
rubs his hands together.
What? I totally didn't. I don't rub my hands together. No. What?
Oh,
No, I
The
don't.
hell?
We
Oh,
all
no.
failed this one.
I mean, give me 2 seconds. I just want to double check something. And cool. So, again, anybody rolling to modify their rolls except for Yondis?
Yondis will do it. No, he won't. That's, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not using a luck on that.
Cool, no problem. So everybody suffers another level of exhaustion. So that means everybody has, Rena has 1 level, and the 2 of you have 2 levels of exhaustion. As your characters are finally make your way most of the way, I say half the way, whatever it is, most of the way to this other hex over here.
What does that give us? Disadvantage on rolls?
You, Rena, have disadvantage on ability checks, which means skill checks, so on and so forth. These 2 fools have speed halved. So their speed is cut in half. So the next morning, however, because obviously your characters are going to rest to wake up, well, you're in a region that you haven't fully explored yet. This region could be dangerous, patrolling guards, so on and so forth and the like. Before you spend the night this night, can you just do me a favor and roll me either a survival or a stealth check to try to hide where you guys are?
Group?
So yeah, this would be at disadvantage with everybody. Who has the highest modifier on stealth or survival? I think
Rena has her on survival. Fun fact though, Rena, you automatically have advantage because of the map. So disadvantage just counters that and gives you a normal roll.
Oh, okay.
Messy can roll with his huge modifier with
I think I could possibly make a disadvantage stealth,
Yeah, because you have a 9 modifier.
Yeah. So you want to go for it?
Okay.
Hey,
Yes!
Yeah.
Thank you for wasting that natty 20. That was worth my while. Thank you for that. That being said, yeah, you guys easily set up camp, whatever it is, you're able to rest the night, no problem. In the morning, everybody heals 1 level of exhaustion. So 2 of you still have a level. Rena, you're feeling rested. It's like you're a little achy from last night, but not a big deal. These 2, you're like, guys, you need some coffee? Because I didn't get any. So
Hey, Yandis, don't you have that ability to cast sleep and then the person who wakes up feels refreshed or something?
I don't know if they feel refreshed, but it also only works on you.
It doesn't only work on him, it works better on him. And actually, that's not untrue. That actually is a very... What is it? What does it spell? Bloop it in chat, please.
It's called sleep.
Not the spell sleep. I thought you had like slumber or restful slumber or...
No, I have the spell sleep.
Oh, that does nothing then.
Oh.
Yeah, the cat nap or something like that was
I
different.
have healing word though. It's not gonna help.
I think so. Song of Rest works for short rests, and I think actually you're referring to cat nap, which is the one that Tyler's like, "Ooh, this is a good one for me." It's actually good for all of you, really. Mostly.
Oh wait,
Tyler.
I do have Song of Rest. Look at that.
Song of Rest is different. That's healing during short rests.
Oh, you're right.
But cat nap is the one that we're referring to.
Okay.
If
Never mind
if
that.
Mem was here, he would tell me I'm right. Love you too, Mem. Even though you'll never see this.
Roll my eyes.
All right. So you
I'll
So,
put it
yeah.
in chat just in case people want to see it. But,
Yeah, cool. Thank you, sir. So, yeah, you wake up the next morning, and here again, you finish your last 2 hours of travel to get here, and then you want to spend an entire day searching through this area, which most of it's spent this day. To do this, you're once again going to be rolling with that that check. I would love to have punished you guys with a disadvantage on this roll. However, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that because Rena's rolls
Has
well on
advantage.
Constitution saves, so advantage.
I have advantage. What am I doing?
Yes.
Survival?
As always, yeah.
Advantage. Good.
Sexier than last time. So once again, you guys are going to be able to have that area inside here where you are very familiar with the lands. This full check does take, like I said, all of the rest of today plus a little bit of tomorrow technically. Before that hex officially becomes green, I would need you guys to once again roll to find a good place to rest in. Rena, you can roll with advantage, or Messi can roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, Rena, take your advantage.
Rena, take it.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Why would we not have her roll with that?
Stealth?
No,
survival.
with advantage.
Oh, it's survival again. Okay, sorry.
Why would we not do that?
Oh,
Of
look,
course, isn't you? Are you happy with the 17, Rita?
Yeah, keep it. Keep it. It's a double 17. There's a
Yeah.
benefit to that. There's a
No,
benefit
it's
to that.
fine.
You
Yeah.
found something special.
What'd I find?
Tyler's love.
there it is.
For
He left
you?
the chat.
He's left the chat.
Guys, oh my god, here's the reward. You rolled double 14s. Tyler leaves forever.
Oh my god.
And gets
Okay.
replaced with another Messi. And
Wrong
go ahead and just delete
person.
Tyler and just add a second video. Of
Oh,
me.
I totally should just green screen out a second camera of you and put you on in his room.
Yeah, just right
It's
over him.
way too much work right now. So, Rena, you are are successful. You find a good space for everybody to sleep up, which is good because these boys are dragging ass. But you were able to pick up all of the slack. It's like, well, it's a good thing my name's on there chanting around here. Somebody appreciates me.
It's me for a reason.
And so you are able to finish that up. Finally, the next day, you guys make your way to the area that you're trying to actually get to, the area you want to fully explore, the area where you intend to do your ambush. It's not long into this other day of travel that you end up seeing the river split. And you're looking at literally just kind of like little tufts of grass inside the river. And then as the dune kind of rises up, and it ends up becoming, you know, the river splitting, and there is a land that's right here. Immediately at the immediate sign of the split, the river that goes north is definitely the broader, wider one. But the one that stays to the south or continues traveling, I should say, more west, that river has a much higher current to it. Allows it to travel a bit faster. Which of course will be the one that they're traveling on, assuming they're actually on the river. Before we officially do the roll to see if you can fully explore this area, what is your plan for ambush? Just at face value.
Well, first I want to ask what was talked about for the brief moment I was gone.
How rolling double
Mostly about how I should
14s
replace you.
Makes you leave forever. It was a lie though, because you're back.
Rolling what?
Double 14s.
Doubles?
Yeah.
No. We've talked about this. The homebrew rule is if you have advantage or disadvantage and roll the exact same number, you find something cool.
Yeah, that cool thing we found was peace.
The idea for ambush was basically just to force them in an area where their numbers would be of 6v3 would be limited. They wouldn't be able to surround us. They'd have to come at us through in a difficult way. So it's kind of like the 300 thing. We kind of want to trap them like between the rivers or something like that.
Okay, so with assuming they're riding up the river, without doing the full exploration, which is obviously what your intention is, you're not going to be able to come up with something quite that grand. However, you will be able to do something like, say, hold the top of a hill and attack them from there. So it puts them at a serious disadvantage. They're trying to run up a hill, and you guys can see them coming from all sides. Those kind of like basic things you'll be able to pull off without the exploration. And there's a reason why I'm asking this. And the reason why I'm asking this is because as you guys go to come up and travel into this area, unfortunately, rain comes pouring down horribly and makes it so even trying to begin exploring in this area does not go very smoothly. We're talking the rain comes down so heavily, you could almost immediately, we're talking within the first like 2 hours, see it even affecting the river. The current of the river moves much faster, making trying to just cross it to check out maybe like that forked area on the other side is going to be a bit more dangerous than it otherwise would have. The horses themselves are kind of not really behaving very well because they, are being completely saturated. Trying to walk through like the hilly areas, put you inside mud or on slippery rocks. It's just a very uncomfortable scenario. You don't think you're going to be able to explore this hex, at least not in time. As a matter of fact, perception checks with disadvantage because it's pouring. It's pouring horribly.
Wow.
Oh.
Disadvantage perception, sir.
Yep, knew it.
Okay. So unfortunately, Tyler, it's one of those things where you grew up in caves, and even though you spend time on the road, you usually plan to travel well. Like, it's pouring. It's spring, right? It's pouring out. It's pouring cats and mice right now, and so you're just getting saturated. It makes it difficult. It's like, this is very uncomfortable. As you don't have hair and eyebrows and a furrow, like you don't have that to keep the water out of your eyes as it's pouring down your reptilian head. Whatever the illusion might make it look like, you would just have water pouring over you, making it difficult for you to do your searching. You don't really have ears the way a human does that can pick up sounds, with these little cups that are designed to take it in. These tiny little holes in the side of your head and all that rain all around you is making it very difficult for you to listen and hear what you need. Sure, the temperature of everything is brought down, which might help your infravision if you were using that enough, but it's not so dark here that you can switch to your dark vision. You're sticking mostly with the normal light spectrum rather than that, right? So it makes it, you don't really notice much of anything. It's even hard if they get too far ahead of you with the heavy rainfall. It's even hard to see them, right?
Why was it at disadvantage?
Because of the heavy rainfall that's happening.
Okay.
Rita, you unfortunately don't also, you're looking around, you're not tripping up, you're not falling or anything like that, right? You can easily make your way about, but trying to explore this region, even just pulling out the map is getting it so wet that you have to decide, do I use the map to try to explore the area, or do I just say screw it and save the map because it's just getting soaked?
It's not worth ruining the map.
Okay.
And I feel like so far I've explored the area well enough that I should be able to kind of get a handle. Or have I explored this area yet?
Unfortunately, not really that much yet.
Oh, that's the other area. Never mind.
Yondis, you, however, are the one that during some sort of a break where you're
Wait,
just like...
what is that noise?
It sounds like somebody's microphone being moved.
That's me. Don't worry about it. I'm just tapping the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's like, is there a monster behind me? I don't want to turn around, but is there a raptor there?
Oh, Jesus. He's doing some ASMR.
I'm here, Rena. I'm here. So
it's not you. Sorry.
So you.
Oh, my water. Okay, sorry. I'm done.
You're welcome. Oh, we're actually playing VTM. Drink up. So, so we were. So what you're actually noticing at one point in time when it's just pouring heavily and Ophios is just being frustrated with the fact that he can't see much and Rena's just like really like doesn't remember traveling through here before when you guys came through quickly last time because that's right, you didn't travel this direction last time. You came from the south where you almost bumped into like the little army, right? You notice oh, okay. I was like, where did he just go? You notice that they're kind of like a bit distracted. You walk off yourself to go and see kind of like what's going on in the area, maybe take a piss. And this is when you see off to the distance, oh, they didn't leave very long after us at all, did they? I thought we spent too much time exploring.
Fuck.
Because here they come. I mean, you might be able to hunker down now and keep yourself a bit safe for the night. Get a bit of rest before you bump into them in the morning. Or they can stumble across you. You can't quite tell the pattern they're taking right now. But you can definitely see, there they are.
How, I get that they're
Are they on
a
the
ways
river?
away.
I'm sorry?
Are they on the river?
No, they're not on the, they're not on the river, actually. They're not traveling by boat. They're actually walking.
What?
It's almost like last time they had learned their lesson. Don't travel on the river. It doesn't seem to go well.
So are they on the same side of the river as us?
Yes, because of where it is that you guys are on the map, they would be traveling on the southern side of the river because they're going to be eventually going off to the west. So yes.
Okay. All right. Those were the only questions I had that I didn't know if Messi would ask.
How far of a travel is it to get to them? Like how far away? How much time do we have till they get here? So
assuming they head directly towards you at the speed or whatever that they're traveling in right now, it's one of those things where you're like, well, honestly, you probably have a little bit of time before they get here. Assuming again they came directly to you, 2 hours or so to get here, which isn't enough time to set up like a full blown ambush, but especially in this condition. But it's enough time to prepare yourselves, right? However, if they kind of took their time or went in a different direction, blah, 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 maybe they wanted to even come across you at all, maybe.
Last question.
Fine. All the questions you want, buddy.
How long is this rain going to keep up? Can I tell?
That's actually a survival check. It used to be a wilderness lore check back in the day. Back in the Disney.
Wilderness. That sounds fun.
Wilderness.
And I roll that with disadvantage?
No, because you lost your tiredness, remember? So you're actually perfectly fine to roll normal.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
I haven't told you about it yet.
No, wait. Did he lose it? Because we still had 1 tier of exhaustion, or did we rest again?
Oh, yeah, because of all the extra travel and whatnot that you did. Rena just did a good job. So, yep, you actually did lose it, unfortunately for me, quite fortunately for you. So,
Well, I got
and
a
I'm
bad
sorry,
roll anyway.
with that roll right there of an 8, it's one of those things where like, well, it's going to let up any hour now, guys. So let's, we should be fine, right?
Can I check?
Well, when I tell
Why,
you
don't,
about
you don't,
it, you
yeah,
sure
you
can.
don't trust him, Rena? Why don't you trust him?
No, in fact, I don't. No. Nope.
No,
No,
that was for me internally. I'm not gonna mention that part actually.
Correct. Well, yeah, exactly. He hasn't even spoken to you guys yet.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
So I'll come back down for my hill or whatever. I'm assuming I branched off a little bit, came back. I'd be like, hey, so I saw them. They're actually about 2 hours walk away, and they are walking. No boat.
Uh-huh.
I can't pull up my private journal in the rains. It's insane.
Well, that speeds things up. Could you tell it was just the 7 of them then, or any more?
Yeah, I saw 7 of them. Actually, I don't know if I could get a count. It looked about right.
Like it wasn't any more than like what we said.
I
right?
feel like my internal
surprises.
instincts would have said something if it was more than what we were expecting. AKA, Daelric would have told me.
Yeah. No, it is the exact number that you guys had anticipated this entire time. You are correct. I would have given you a heads up if it was me pulling some trickery, at least with your 19 skill check. If you rolled higher, maybe you would have learned more. If you rolled lower, maybe,
I haven't looked it, so I'm just kidding.
So okay. So we gotta figure something out and fast. It seems like
We could go to them.
just completely surprise them.
We get there in an hour, less if we're on horse. Be able
Perhaps
to
we
attack them
change
and
our plan of attacks
we can
and
keep
get out
it-
ahead of them and wait for them to come to us in the next further up the river or further up their path.
Well, how long do you guys think it's going to be raining? Because I think it's going to end soon.
Because of the fact that you do have time, you could, in theory, have somebody roll like a survival, not just, you, but anybody could roll a survival to like see if there's an idea of how long different, let's say locations where a battle might be good. But I'm so sorry. You asked them a question. How long do you guys think it's going to be raining? Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Can I roll for this?
Well, he for the raining part, yeah, but not the other thing I just said. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
correct. Yes.
Okay. What was it? Survival. Okay.
Do you get advantage
Normal.
on survival checks in this area?
She would if she was able to pull out the map, but
Oh, I can't. Okay.
but
so it's
she's
just
being a
normal.
wimp. She's like, I don't want to pull out my map. I don't want.
Wait, is this the
I
survival
don't want to
check?
ruin it for us.
Wait,
For the
before
rain.
you roll,
This
is
is
this
the
a
check for the
survival
rain.
check for the rain or the other thing?
The
This is for
rain.
the rain.
Okay.
Do it.
I wanted it for the other thing.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah. Oh,
Pogchamp.
too bad. It's for the. It's sorry. Too bad.
Buggers.
Oh man. So, anyways, yeah, that's a beautiful roll with your survival there. You actually are looking up at the rain and you're going. Honestly, you feel like you're cursed right now because it's going to be raining for maybe a couple more days. Not only for this fight, but probably the whole trek home. It's going to be a miserable time out here. Gotta love this.
there was a reason the rain was not necessary because I knew it was a curse.
Awesome.
Gosh,
All right. Well, we're better off hitting them now because it's not going to be any different if we wait. We're just going to be more exhausted and waste more time.
If we wait here, I still had the idea of going ahead and trying to get out in front of them again.
Well, don't
Well,
we
we are
have the
in front of
higher
them.
ground?
Yeah, we are out
Uh-oh.
in front of them.
Yeah, you
And
guys
we know
have
they're
higher,
coming. They don't know we're coming.
You guys can have higher ground. At this point, I'll let you finish your RP, and then we can finish with a check, like I said beforehand, for almost like a planning out strategy of location, because you have a bit of time because of Messi's roll. I'll be quiet now. Go ahead, guys.
I'll let
Ophios,
you do your pitch, and then I'll give you mine.
okay. Ophios is gonna kind of think for a minute, and then go. All right, Yondis, You can hides. You can shoots.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can draw their fire from one direction. Rena charges from another. And I try and find my way in from the other side, hitting them with magics.
With this weather, I don't think it's a good idea to have ranged combat. It's going to be impossible to know friend from foe.
Wrong. It would be better to just kind of come up on them when they least expect it at the same time. Because they'll have less time to react.
Well, the idea is if you can draw their fire and get them marching that way, we can get the upper hand on them from behind. Rena and I can come in from the other flanking.
Who's to say they'll split up in this rain, though? They're there to protect the accountant, right? So
It has to do with their attention.
I doubt they'll leave their
Well-
formation.
It's almost like a warning shot. It's almost like letting them know something's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to work as a distraction as much as a warning that
They're
We're
going to
here to
see and
attack
hear us coming anyways if we just approach.
maybe not in this rain.
Yeah, we could catch them by surprise.
Why are you teaming up to say no to Ophios?
Because
Hello?
their plans are better.
I mean, get on horses, charge them now. They won't be able to hear us coming because of the rain. They won't be able to see us coming as well.
They
Not
would
be able
hear
to-
you coming in the rain. There's a lot of splashing and splooshing that happens when you're running
He
in the
said
rain.
it's coming
Well,
down pretty hard,
not-
though.
Not immediate. We'd be able to get a lot closer before they hear it.
Before they realize what was going on. I think that we have the advantage here. And we should take...
Here's the
No,
difference.
maybe.
We have the rivers between us.
No, they're on our side.
That's not what Scott said.
They're on
That's
your
the
side of the
difference.
river, correct?
Yeah, they're on our side of the river.
Wait, you said we're on the opposite side last when I asked.
Nope, didn't say
Nope, said same side.
Yes, you did.
that.
No, we
Two
didn't,
against
Tyler.
Two
They're
against
on
here.
our side.
Steve is agreeing with me.
No. So I'm gonna be clear.
Scott said same side. There he goes. That's
Yeah, I'll be clear just to make sure we're all on the same page here. If you're looking at the map of the river, like the river is kind of one river and it splits into two, right? Where they're going, they need to go west. So it makes sense to be on the south of the current river, so
Yeah.
it's easy for them to go west rather than having to cross the river in the future, right? That also happens to be where you guys are on the south side because you're trying to head them off from going to the west. That way you guys were kind of being smart with your approach because if they weren't on the river, you're in the right spot. If they were on the river, fuck it, they're on the river anyways, you can just attack them. So you are where you can get to them at the moment, which is a good thing. Oh, there we go. I was like, why wasn't that working? But now it's working. Go ahead, boys and girl.
so. Rennie, you
I
think it's
swear you said they were on the opposite
he's
side.
going to check the VOD.
Because opposite side though. I mean,
It makes more sense that way.
for them to be
On the
this
same side. Yeah.
Because travel-wise, it would make a lot more sense.
She's getting angry. We're wasting time. Either we do this now, or we're going to have less of an advantage an hour from now.
I feel like, sorry, I feel like in meta, like you know the bear bear stain bears. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Berenstein Bears, yeah.
Yeah, you know the parallel universes that clashed. Like some people remember it one way and they swear to God that's how it was.
Oh,
think
it's
that
like the
might have just
man.
happened
Oh,
again.
because how they
Mandela
rewrote the
effect.
Berenstein Bears because they were a little bit questionable with their boomer mentality. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
somebody who grew up with
Sure.
Berenstein Bears now has a kid, I know exactly what you're talking about. They were a little questionable with modern ethics.
So our parallel universes just collided, and Tyler's from the universe where he said opposite side, and we're from the universe where he said same side. Something happened that made
Hey.
us come together.
Hey, Messi.
Yeah,
Cool story, bro.
thanks. I'll tell it again if you want to hear it.
No, trust me, we don't.
We're attacking.
I vote
Let's go.
charge.
Okay.
Okay, but before we go there, before we I'll hop on my horse and turn to Ophios and say, I've got your back, remember? Hello?
Obvious.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I swear I was right. But anyway,
He's checking the
But
VOD.
it doesn't really change. It
I
doesn't
did not check the VOD.
It doesn't really change much, anyways. It just means that you would not be able to engage in melee. You'd be forced into ranged. Now you can engage in melee. But you're good. Keep going.
So charge together as a group. Cool.
I didn't. Wait, Josh, I didn't. You're not. Was that like a particularly different comic, or are you talking about the fact that the Berenstein Bears were rewritten as books because of the fact that the way that they were written beforehand made certain parents upset? Because I thought that's what he was talking about.
No, I'm talking about the Bearstain Bears. They changed the name. Some people claim that they changed it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, then that part I don't. Then that part I don't know. I just know the Berenstein Bears were rewritten because of the
It's all good.
way that they were originally written. Okay,
Sure.
So
I
nope,
agree.
I didn't know what you were talking about. Josh, you are correct. Messy, you're messy. So moving on. So you guys are going to look and find a way to attack this because she's like, I'm getting frustrated with this. We need to get this done now. And I imagine she kind of at that point just kind of like turns and walks off. And I think you said one more thing to Ophios. He didn't really respond. And then
Yeah, she mounts her horse. She's ready to go.
and you going again. You can kind of head off to where it was that you saw Messy head off to before when he had first noticed them. When you get over there and you start looking around, you need to see if you can also spot out where they are. Usually, if your party members next to you, they see something and you don't, they can just point and like, oh, okay, cool, I see it too. But that's not the situation because time has passed. They've moved. It's pouring. You're gonna have to make a new perception check to find them, but you don't have disadvantage because you can get a general idea based off of what he was describing before where to look. You're kind of like skimming along the river.
Okay.
So we're all rolling normal.
No, just Rena. She walked off first, but that's fine. We'll have you guys approach in a moment. Okay, so you notice them, no problem. They're a little bit further, of course, than where Messy had seen them, but you didn't see it yourself, so you just kind of like, okay, I see them along the river. Now you're trying to find like a spot, like where would be the best vantage point for actually engaging them in combat for ambushing them, right? You guys talk about maybe higher ground, maybe this, maybe that, maybe ranged combat. Ranged combat would be terrible here. Maybe we can sneak up on them. All that case may be. Roll me a survival check as kind of like try to plot out this field here. You do not have advantage because of you can't use the map.
Right.
Scott, when they're traveling, are they like carrying the accountant or how is that working? Is he in a cart? How does that work?
Well, I can answer you that they're not in a cart. I can give you that.
Okay.
But details like whether or not you just see like movement up ahead, you can't quite make out.
Okay.
Whether or not, yeah. Rena, are you okay? Perfect. Oh, beautiful. That's actually a really good. Wow, you guys are low in luck now. It's actually good.
Sorry.
So I will
Sorry,
go
I just
so
kinda
far.
did it.
I will go so far
You're fine.
as to do this for you. I will allow you guys to see the map. And you guys can plan from there. Hold on. Apparently, I can't drag the player thing all the way over, can I? Nope, I have to stop you along the way. This isn't where we're going. Ignore this. We're not there.
Whoa, what's Rena?
Whoa.
Oh, look at this. It's a little river. Oh, my God.
Oh, they're just walking.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I wouldn't expect the accountant to just be there.
He thinks
know what
six
I mean?
guards. He thinks 6 guards can protect him.
Hopefully he's right. So,
Oh, they're quite a distance from us.
well, yeah, they're actually even further than this. This is just, the size of the map that I'm using right now.
How
So,
far ahead did I go from them?
So from your
they
party,
catch up.
From your party, they catch up to you like 2 minutes later at most. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like we're
yeah.
talking right as you're kind of like planning this out or looking at the map or whatever. You're able to see them. There, if you hopped on horses, like I think Messy said beforehand, if you hopped on horses and head to them, straight up on horseback, you'd be able to get them in less than an hour. But if you were to walk there, and obviously you can do horses part way, dismount, and then start whatever, right? But the idea is like you realize there is a spot that's not terrible where there's actually a hill that you can stay on if you wanted to have higher ground. There's actually a bit of tree line to the south that you can kind of get to before they get there, where you can stay there quiet, and as they get close enough, then you can try to hit them from the trees to the side. There's it's an area where the river is not too terribly wide. Remember, it's narrower but faster here, right? Where it's not too terribly wide, but of course the current is going to be pretty extreme. It's not overflowing either, which is a good news in this spot. It's actually kind of an ideal spot for a battle to take place. There's also enough tree clearing, because it's not like there's a forest here, but there are trees about.
Are you talking about over here?
This whole area. I'm saying this whole map is the spot along the river that you think is best.
Got it.
Yep. And the fact that you rolled well enough, I should say, means that you get to see the map to decide where you want to be before we start. Because you have to imagine these guys aren't even on the map yet, right? They're not even here yet. They're somewhere off to the left, going to walk this direction. Yes, Tyler. So your character walks up next to
off
Rena.
to the right?
They're off to the yes. Sorry, my apologies. They're off to the right, walking in.
Okay.
Yes, Tyler. I'm sorry.
The one question I had for you is, what time of day is it right now?
It's after midday, but nowhere near dusk yet, so it's still daytime. The problem is with how heavy the clouds are, the rain, all this stuff, it's still it's dark enough here to not have good visibility, which we've been going over, but bright enough that you can't really use your dark visions.
Right. Ophios is watching up and say, apologies, Renas. I was deep in thoughts. The questions I was thinking of was perhaps we watch them and wait until they set up camps. But I don't know whether they're walkings or what they're doings. My thought is we want to make sure we get the accountants. And if they have horses or if they have any other ways of getting out, he could easily just run to escapes. That is why I said we might not be best to full frontal attacks. But I will follow yous, of course, and Havster's backs.
I understand. We certainly don't want him getting away, so...
And at that, coming up to the hill, he would actually... Can I roll a perception check for what Ophios can see?
Oh, yeah, sure, please. Same idea, disadvantage. No, sorry, no, just like Rena, normal, sorry. So it's one of those things, you're looking down there, and unfortunately, same as before, you're looking around, you're trying to see them, but it's raining so bad. It's really hard for your poor snake eyes to see that far in that rain.
And Rena, go ahead. I just wanted to roll that first.
So I'm sorry. What time of day did you say it was?
It's past midday. You know what I mean? It's afternoon, but it's still bright out for, if it weren't clouds in the sky, but there are. So, it's.
I mean, do we think that they're going to set up camp along this tree line here?
You don't know necessarily where they're going to set up camp. What I was saying is, assuming they're walking forward, you guys can prep your own. Because you can imagine the way that they're going to walk is going to be somewhere along the lines of, okay, so they're coming in over here, and they're going to be coming around and travel along the riverside, right? So you can kind of choose the spot that you think is going to be the best place to attack them. And staying up on the hills where you're a little bit away from them allows you to be like, okay, cool, as they're coming, doing the whole travel up here, you guys can hit them maybe with a couple of arrows, or maybe one shoots arrows to distract them while someone comes around the corner, or maybe you're all kind of, because you're not trusting the idea of being using ranged combat, like Rena had said before. Maybe you're all kind of lurking here, and you do the attack up from there, or however you
That's
decide.
kind of what I'm thinking.
Whatever you guys decide, it's up to you, and you don't all have to do the same thing either. You just need to coordinate.
My thought, because Ophios said that, he would simply say, in order to prevent retreats, I feel we need to flank them. The riverbank will prevent them from going that ways, but we don't want them heading back to town and, getting theirs and reports coming in. That's all I was trying to say.
I guess we are able to communicate with each other. Yondis, don't you have some sort of magic or something?
I don't remember if it works both ways.
It can also be a physical signal, like when an arrow happens, we hear the commotion, we go, kind of thing.
I thought that if he put it out there, we could respond.
Yeah, I can send it to one person, and one person can respond back.
So we need to decide who it's going to be to start the ambush, so to speak. But I still have a bad feeling about splitting up. I don't know why.
Well, if you guys are splitting up in the sense of being within, oops, sorry, a wrong thing.
Like
being within 100 feet of each other. That's
like
not
3
such a
different
big deal.
places.
That's not so bad though, because
thinking.
realistically, Yondis can travel, assuming no rough terrain. There's gonna be rough terrain. Yondis can travel 120 feet in one round. Or sorry.
We also
90
have
feet
the
one round.
horses.
90
We also have the horses.
Well, the horses, if you're not being stealthy, if you're just riding in
Right,
there.
but
If you
I
walk
thought
with
we
a
were going
horse-
to be stealthy.
I mean,
Yeah, if you walk anywhere near these people with a horse, they're going to see you forever in advance. They're going to have their own preparations.
Would Yondis be recognizable to them? Probably not.
I'm just going to dude
Ophios-
on a horse.
And well, Ophios might not be either, but I definitely would.
Yeah, you would.
So okay, so Rena's gonna suggest her hiding herself somewhere along this tree line. Here, having
I'm
Yondis
okay
on
with
the
the-
hill.
I'm okay with the idea of an ambush. How do you guys feel about having the horses charge in to knock some of them prone,
By themselves, like sending
or
them in.
with a rider? Either way.
Oh.
If the person I would say that should do that would be Rena.
Last
I-
time
I
she
mean,
rode
if-
into a bunch of bad guys, it went very well.
Well, we'd all be there this time. It wouldn't be.
Yeah,
I don't know. Zombie might pop out of nowhere.
Well, I'll be there this time. You know, me hiding over
Separate.
here and him over.
She like shivers. I can't. Nope. Mm-mm. Sorry. Anyway,
your arm instinctively tingles, and that
She's just
spot
like-
where you got that nasty bite.
just like cringes. Like, you know, I think that I really should be the one who's stealthing out over here. Attacks from behind, so to speak.
Your stealth isn't that great though, is it?
I mean,
Mine's great.
I have 4. My modifier.
That's not bad.
No. It's pretty
Yeah,
high
and
for me.
mine's 2, but I get advantage if I turn into Snake Boy, which means I drop all my stuff. But
But we don't want to do that.
Well, we could have you on a horse then, Ophios, if you wanted to do it.
that would have been my next suggestion as Ophios
Yeah,
is
I
on
think
the horse.
so.
Because it's going to be hard for you to get hit too with your.
So
My
Ophios
AC
on
of
the
19.
on
Yeah,
the
that-
horse with both of the other horses. Yondis over here.
Sorry, my thing's in the way. Where are you pinging?
I don't know. Want this hill over here?
Yep, that was not
Yeah.
quite a hill. It's just a grassy spot versus a.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't tell what this was.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Like
the
like
cues-
near the wriver, and then I need what's the ruler thing.
It looks like a ruler.
Ophios comes down from like here through this way
Probably
they're
runs
coming
around the.
from
grassy
here.
part on the
Yeah, he'll probably like boop over there,
Yeah. So
and
I'm
then
the
I'll
cue.
come down this way and hide somewhere over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm the cue for when we attack as I charge down.
Okay.
So when
I
when we
anticipate-
both see him charge down, then that's when we attack.
I'll send the message to Ophios when you see the horses. When
Yeah,
you hear the
so-
horses, then charge.
Are you
Okay.
guys sticking together down into those woods?
No,
No,
Yondis
I'm
is
gonna be
going
up
up
top.
this way, and then
Yeah.
I'm going down into the woods,
Okay.
So she's coming from like the back right. I'm coming from the top, and you're coming from the left.
like the middle, kind of.
Okay.
And
All right.
are we waiting until you were trying to get these setups done long before they arrive? So you guys are kind of like perching down these areas that you're describing well before they get to the spot, or are you coming down in these areas like
I mean, if I could,
as they approach?
if I could be over there, probably first, because Yondis has better stealth, so he could stealth his way over there after
Yeah, we
they
gotta
already set
get
up.
Rena hidden. Before
I think
we
I need to hide over there first, and then Yondis can go over there.
So definitely
Yeah,
want to
so-
get there well in advance of them getting to this area of the map.
I don't know about.
Yeah.
maybe
I
minutes.
personally think you
Sometime
guys
in
should.
advance, yeah.
I personally think you guys should go to that same spot together, so you cover the back.
And then
because-
Yondis go up
Because they're not gonna come.
Yeah.
They're not gonna go up to the river
afterward. Okay, let's
right?
go
Because
together.
you'll push them to the river. I'd rather.
Okay,
have
you
two
twisted
together.
my arm. Let's go together. I'm just kidding.
Totes, guys. Totes.
My
Anymore.
God.
I don't really
yeah,
want to
I'll
go with Rena anymore.
I'll go by myself with Yondis. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do
Okay.
it.
All right.
It's
It's a good
whatever.
idea.
It's fine.
Do you really want to go with Yondis though? Isn't there like anybody else? Anybody else got a?
Well, Ophios
Any-
has to do the horses, and the horses have to be with Ophios, so it's really only me.
Okay, well I guess it's guess Yondis it is. Okay, cool. No, so jokes aside, So you guys are trying to get down there, but you want to get down there in advance enough that you can actually, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to get down there with enough time that you can kind of get yourself set up without there being any issues. That you can kind of get yourselves posted up and then just kind of like settle in and just get poured on while you're waiting for them to finally, come past you, right? So as you guys are doing that, what I need you to do to kind of like pick the best way down there to save time, that way you're not like running, you're just choosing the best path. Could you roll for me, please, Rena? Because I imagine it's you, a survival check to do this. I want to say disadvantage, but obviously they're back to helping you. So
Okay.
instead of disadvantage, you do have a regular
Survival?
Yeah, a regular roll.
Okay.
Wow.
So unfortunately, you guys end up picking not's the best way down there. How bad that pick down there, that's up to you guys. I don't know. Do you want to modify that roll at all? Or nah, dude, I'm good. That's why you're trying to convince me to do stuff I don't want to.
I
I
don't
only
want to
had
waste
one
the
luck.
luck die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to you,
I
man.
need it.
I'll take the L.
Okay, cool. So you do exactly that. You trying to get down there as quickly as you can, and unfortunately, it is not anywhere near as quick as you were kind of hoping to do so. As you're making your way down, you do finally get down to the area, literally the spot where you are seeing yourselves on the map, kind of a little bit further back here. You can imagine Reno leading the way, Yondas in the middle because he's a soft boy, and Ophios in behind, right? As you guys are leading your way down, trying to get to the spot that's just barely outside of viewer view. There we go. Trying to get down to the spots that you're kind of hoping to do. Unfortunately, as you were doing this, you guys didn't notice this beforehand because your eyes were so much on the approach of the people you're looking to fight that you didn't notice that there just happens to be in the top left-hand corner of the map over here.
Zombies.
There better not be.
No, that would be really bad. There just happens to be,
that?
maybe it was plans, maybe it's by chance, whatever it might be. But there's actually patrolling guards in this area, just like guards that happen to be searching through the region as it is, walking by. They don't
What are
seem to
the
be looking
odds?
specifically for you. They just seem to be walking through as it is. And so these guards are walking down in the region, and simply put, I have to make a perception check to see whether or not they notice you, and I'm going to open roll this so I can daddy's dice if I want to.
Do I counter with a stealth check?
No, because you guys weren't group stealthing yet, because you didn't worry about those other people yet. 2d20, keep lower 1, right, because of the bad rain, right? These are scouts, so they do get to have a solid +2 to their perception. Here we go. And again, it's not like this is a super easy DC, but it's also not a super hard one either. It's an 11. And just to confirm that I'm going to beat this roll, how many data dice do I have? Oh, I have 3 left. Cool.
A 13.
So with the 13, that's actually not bad. You're not looking across 2 hours worth of travel to see. They're actually looking not too terribly far. You guys are literally a distance of 65 feet. So as the guards are literally walking along, one of the guards is like,
But
hey.
we're up higher.
No, I get that, yeah.
Further than that.
Well, one of the guards are looking over and just like, hey, slapping one of the other guards, hey, and kind of gesturing over towards you guys. You don't notice it at first until literally like one of you guys, one of the three of you, doesn't really matter who, last second sees somebody gesturing in your direction, and the guards are starting to make their way over towards you. And with that, we're going to do 2 things here. 1, we're going to roll initiative.
We don't need to do that.
And then 2, we're going to take a quick little break, I think. So yeah. Why don't we roll initiative for everybody? This guy gets a plus this. This guy gets a plus. I'm rolling all my initiatives.
Damn.
Oh, that guy was supposed to get 1 higher. Whatever I just rolled, it's 1 higher. I rolled a 3 anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, boy.
And lastly, I'm just going to use this boy here. I'm going to turn him back to... Where are you? Kappa, Pasta. And any you guys all roll?
Oh, F.
Rena didn't click on
I
her
forgot
mini,
to click my mini. I could just tell you what I rolled.
No, yeah, just re-roll and then change it to whatever the correct the number that you originally rolled was.
It's not. Oh.
I think she should just
No.
roll a 1d1.
Oh. 1 means you lose your first turn. That'd be very bad.
No, just to. I'm not saying she gets a 1. I'm saying just so that.
Oh, no, because you have
put
to
her
click
on there.
specifically the initiative button.
1d1 plus 10.
So hit
But-
your mini arena and press that
I
button.
don't want to waste a good roll if it's potentially a good.
But
roll.
that's what you got to do.
Not.
And then you can
It's
change that
worse.
number to an 11, or actually I'll do it for you real quick. Bam. And let's set up the initiative descending. Ophios actually goes... You guys have a really good initiative in this. This is actually really good initiative. So you're pretty solid. And what I will tell you is this. The bad guys that you're looking for, they're literally going to join into combat. You have enough with your survival checks and everything beforehand to know this. At the bottom of round 2, they walk onto the map. Okay? And then they can join into initiative from there.
I think it worked very well thematically too, since Ophios has the horses that he was, and they were trying to climb down. That he would be the one that sees it.
Yeah.
So he would be the one that would have the higher initiative. Plus, it was the fact that thematically he was the one who wanted to charge down anyway to signal. So it makes sense.
All right, beautiful. And just to show the turn tracker to everybody on chat. And here we are going to take a quick little break, and we will be right back.
Oh
Be right
God,
back.
I thought there were only 2. There's 5.
What? No, what?